What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. And today we are talking about the Colts and the Bills game. Man, oh man, did I love this game! It was a really, really fun game. Colts absolutely demolished the Bills. From a Colts point of view, it was a really fun game. It was basically Jonathan Taylor destroyed the Bills, and the Bills didn't really have many possessions to do a lot with, but there were a few questionable calls. Like that fumble, the kick return, that was questionable. But nonetheless, what a day for this Colts team, offensively and defensively. Carson Wentz didn't make any big mistakes. Jonathan Taylor had an amazing day, as we know, 5 touchdowns, 4 receiving touchdowns, and 4 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown. He had like 185 yards rushing, and then he had like 19 yards receiving. Really damn good day. And, this guy named Jonathan Taylor, he has kind of entered the MVP race, which is pretty cool. A running back has won MVP since Adrian Peterson, and if Henry didn't do it last year, I find it very difficult for Taylor being able to accomplish that this year. But nonetheless, there really hasn't been quarterbacks that have been consistent all year. There's been, Tom Brady has been inconsistent, has struggled the last few games. Josh Allen has struggled a bit. Just all the, Patrick Mahomes has struggled a bit. There's just so many of the quarterbacks have struggled this year, and, maybe that's going to help Jonathan Taylor get, case and maybe, just get talked about a little bit more from the MVP. That'd be really cool. Do I think it's going to happen? No, but it'd be really cool if he did. So, we still got 7 weeks to go, though, But this offensive line dominated this game. The Colts won in the trenches. Frank Reich called a great game. Jonathan Taylor had a huge game. What else could you ask for? A 41-15 win over the Buffalobills. Get it? The Bills aren't going, in the right way. But the Bills are a very talented team. So, this is not a team that you want to play come playoff time, come January. You don't want to play this Colts team. They could beat you anyway. They could beat you throwing the ball. They could beat you running the ball. And they could beat you playing defense as well. So huge game for the Indianapolis Colts to really, establish themselves and get themselves back into the playoff race. To realistically get themselves back in the playoff race. The playoffs are tight. The AFC is tight. And having a tiebreaker over the Buffalo Bills, who, probably not going to win the division, honestly. I think the Patriots are going to win that division. Having a tiebreaker over them is huge, especially losing to the Titans twice, and winning the division is going to be very difficult. If the Titans keep playing like they did yesterday all year, we got a chance to win the division maybe, but we have a tough schedule ahead of us, and we got to go one game at a time. It would be nice for Jonathan Taylor to be MVP. It would be nice to, win the AFC South and win out. But that's not realistic. We got to take one game at a time, win one game at a time, 1 week at a time. We got to focus on the Bucs next week. It's not going to be an easy game. Bucs are a very, very talented team, as we know. Their back end is not very talented. Their back end struggled. So, it's kind of be good. It's kind of going to be a tale of 2 weeks here. Will Jonathan Taylor and this offensive line get going versus that Bucs front? I think they could. It's going to be very difficult. But this is a game where Jonathan Taylor, Jonathan Taylor has been ranking top defenses all year. So maybe he does the Bucs too, and that'd be awesome, But that game we might have to win through the air, and I'm okay with that. But nonetheless, the Colts team is looking very good right now. Frank Reich needs to continue to call consistent games. He needs to continue to be consistent throughout the games. This Colts team has to continue to put 4 quarters together versus, especially all the teams who were playing the second half of the year. We didn't do the first half of the year, and we saw what happened. Versus the Rams, versus the Ravens, versus the Titans. We can't play the first quarter or the second quarter and then just stop and say, oh, we're good, we won. Can't do that. I'm happy that the Colts kept the foot on the pedal last week versus the Bills. That was huge. And they need to do that against the Bucs too. So, Bills team struggled. You know, it was really nice to see that the Colts did so good against them. You know, it was a nice signature win. So, next up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, you guys let me know what you think of this game. You know, the offense had a really good game. The defense had a really good game. Defense was on fire. Had 4 turnovers. You know, that fumble was controversial. They had 3 interceptions. George Odom, Zaire Franklin, and Kenny Moore. Kwity Paye got a second sack. Oh, yeah, Kwity Paye has been so amazing. This pass rush has been so good lately as well. This pass rush has really picked it up. So, the offense line playing good. You have more than one option in the receiver game. Michael Pittman is one of the best third down receivers in the NFL. So, great week. Great week for this Colts team. They just gotta keep it going. They gotta stay consistent if they really want to make the playoffs and make a run at this thing. So let me know what y'all think about this game. What are your biggest takeaways from it? And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and put the post notification bell on. And go check out some of my other videos. I like to do predictions. I'm still trying to do power rankings. It's been tough, but I'm trying to. And y'all let me know what you think of the Colts, and let me know what you think of all week 11. I guess football's going by very quick. So let me know what y'all think, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Next time.